So I am currently at an intermediate level or above in 7 languages, including my native language of English. However, 4 years ago, I really only spoke English. So what happened in the last 4 years? Well, a lot. And it started in a rather unusual way, very different than your typical story of a polyglot who had tremendous language learning experiences or travel experiences, intercultural experiences. Really, none of that was the case with me. So I'm Will. I am the unconventional polyglot. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about how my current ongoing journey of language learning started and which languages I currently study. So my language learning journey, which is very much ongoing as of the making of this video, began in February 2018. So one night I was watching Jeopardy with my family, and a question, or should I say an answer, came up about Duolingo. Now at the time, I had not even heard of Duolingo. My mind was not on language learning at all, and really hadn't been for years. But something about this language learning app, the existence of this language learning app, just really opened up something in me. And within minutes after Jeopardy that night, I downloaded Duolingo and went to see what languages they offered. And not having seen the advice which most language learners would give, I decided, hey, I'm going to choose several languages right off the bat. So I chose Spanish. I had actually taken 3 years of Spanish back between high school and college. So, but I had never really achieved a very high level in it, and I wasn't all that motivated when I took Spanish in high school and college, but I wanted to give it another try. Okay. And then I chose French because I've always loved the sound of French. It's a Romance language like Spanish, so maybe I can kind of play those two off of each other to help learn them. And I chose German. I've always liked the sound of German. I have some German ancestry. German sounds nothing like French, but I still like the sound. So I chose German. I chose Italian. I've always loved the sound of Italian. Who doesn't? Very musical language. And again, it's another Romance language. Hopefully one can help the other. And then I chose Mandarin Chinese. I had actually spent 3 years while I was in grad school going for my PhD in physics. Totally unrelated to language learning. While I was going for my PhD in physics, I took 3 years of Mandarin Chinese. The reason why is because my wife, or almost my wife at the time, is from Taiwan, where the dominant language is Mandarin. But after having taken 5 semesters of Chinese, the sixth semester course that I had wanted to take got canceled, and that just completely took the wind out of my sails for learning Chinese for a number of years. But now, okay, I'll try to get it back. And then I also chose Greek. In physics, the Greek alphabet is used extensively, so I was familiar with the Greek alphabet, if not the accurate Greek pronunciations. But anyway, I had an interest in Greek, so I chose Greek. And then I chose Hebrew. I've always had an interest on some level in the Bible, and a good portion of the Bible was written in Hebrew, not modern Hebrew, but anyway, eventually I would like to talk to people in these languages, so ancient Hebrew was not really in the cards for me. So there it is, 7 languages right off the bat, which most language learners, most polyglots will tell you is a terrible idea. And sometimes I think, maybe it isn't such a great idea, but look where I am today. So I've managed to make it work out. And this channel will hopefully give you a lot more information on how I have made it work out. So anyway, 7 languages right off the bat, but I wasn't done there. A couple of weeks later, I decided to add in Russian because I wasn't learning any Slavic languages. That's a pretty major language family. So I added in Russian, and then I added in Portuguese. I thought, whoa, I'm only learning 3 out of the 4 major Western Romance languages. Why not Portuguese? Okay, so there I was up to 9 languages, but I didn't stop there. A couple of weeks after that, I added in Japanese because I figured, oh, hey, I'm only learning 1 East Asian language. I got to put in another one, Japanese. Why not? And then I also added in Irish. So I'm not even sure if I had ever even heard how Irish sounded as a language. I have Irish ancestry. I figured, okay, that's enough motivation to start learning Irish. So I was up to 11 languages. And then a while after that, I added in Latin. I guess because I've always seen Latin as a very interesting language, very classical language, very unique sound, distinct from Italian and the other Romance languages. So I was up to 12 languages, and then a while later I added in Arabic, which, quick confession, I've never gotten very far with Arabic, but I've at least learned the alphabet for the most part. That's an accomplishment. So I was up to 13 languages, and then a while after that I added in Romanian because I figured I'm missing one of the major Romance languages, the more Eastern Romance language, so Romanian. And then a while after that, I added in Yiddish. I guess the 2 main reasons for that were, again, kind of an interest in the Bible and I guess Judaism, even though I'm not Jewish, and the fact that Yiddish is, for the most part, a Germanic language, which uses the Hebrew alphabet. So by this time, I had known a considerable amount of German, and I knew the Hebrew alphabet quite well. So it made a lot of sense to me, at least, to go ahead and start learning some Yiddish. And then finally, not that long ago, I started learning Catalan. So another Romance language, as if 6, including Latin, was not enough. Okay, now it's 7. So, and that's where I am today. So every day I study 16 languages, at least to the best of my ability. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, 6 of these 16 languages I've reached an intermediate level or higher. My top languages are definitely Spanish and French, and then probably Portuguese and Italian, fairly close to each other, then German, and then Mandarin Chinese. So, and then all the other languages, the other 10 languages, I'm at some level of beginner. So on the CEFR scale, I have 6 languages where I am at least a B1, if not B2 level, and then 10 where I'm at, say, an A1 or A2 level. So I've spent a lot of time over the last 3.5 years language learning. And I hope that this channel can provide a wealth of information about language learning, and particularly learning multiple languages at the same time, or maybe not necessarily at the same time. So it's up to you. But I want this channel to be a place for language learners, particularly people who aspire to become polyglots, to go on a similar kind of journey to the one that I have gone on over the last 3.5 years. So thank you for watching. Please stick around for future videos where I'm going to give much more detail about my journey and the languages that I'm learning and the ways that I learn, the resources that I learn. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking below. Please like this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you next time on The Unconventional Polyglot.